Okay, so we should be live again. You said you hit the other one, right?
I'm about to delete it.
Oh, that works even better.
I did delete it.
Super.
Super D-duper.
I'm gonna go with we're all sounding pretty good.
Right, moving close.
All right. I'm pretty good with that. There we go. In case people want to talk to us right there. Yeah.
Hold on. Unable to chat.
Oh, that was the old one.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
So now we can see if anyone's in chat. I'm also gonna go ahead and post this in the places that we need posted. While you all go ahead and start this shit.
You just want to do that intro right or?
Not really. I said we just go straight into it.
Oh. Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me here, Professor Zach.
Master Honor Thomas, I'm doing stuff.
And I'm, of course, Bri, the cool guy.
And we are the Night Shift Bandits. Hello, hello, and good morning. And welcome. And today we're going to be reviewing XMen 97. So, but before we go ahead and hop into that, hit us up, check us out at the Night Shift Bandits on all podcasting platforms. Please like, share, and subscribe. Definitely please donate to us. And hit up our sister podcast, Perspectives Discussions, for all your love, life, and relationship needs. All those links are in the description below.
Sure seems strange to me.
Ah, that's funny.
Yeah, or is it sinister?
Oh, both of you. Stop.
You could say this is our last bastion of podcasting.
Shut up.
I'm not putting them up to any of this.
I am. I definitely am.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we do not put each other up to anything. We have a zero tolerance policy on these things.
Yeah.
Got blasted.
I mean, you have to understand tolerance is extinction.
Oh my stars and garters.
Exactly. Come on, guys, let's go ahead and take a gambit. Alright, everybody.
Remember that.
Yeah, of course, it's still the best post ever, even though I've never seen an episode of Jujutsu Kaisen in my life. I do like that guy's taste.
That was a joke.
Wait, why are you creating an event?
I wasn't trying to. I didn't see what was going on. Oh, crap.
Oh.
I know, I just saw it when I clicked that button on accident. There we go. Hooray! There we go. Now it's all posted places where we have our stuff. You know, it's in the link tree that's in the description of this video.
Yes. So, XMen 97, boys. Non-spoiler for the first 10 minutes. What's up? Hit me.
Okay, so non-spoiler for the first 10 minutes. First thing I would like to say is that it's a continuation directly from the original series of X-Men, the animated series that was on Fox back when I was a kid.
Yeah, I watched those reruns on Fox Kids all the time when I was younger.
It was one of the better cartoons that was out at the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like the next to Spider-Man, and
They were in the same universe. It was all part of the same. I want to say the first original Marvel universe that was not a comic book.
Were they really? Because they never referenced each other.
They had a crossover between Spider-Man and X-Men.
Did they?
it was
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, they had crossovers with them all the time. It was great. I was watching heavy.
Yeah, it was those shows and Digimon. I always look forward to.
Yeah, the X-Men series was just amazing. It was well done. They, brought a bunch of storylines from the comics that I had been reading at the time, or I guess some of my mom's friends might have told me about it, was talking to me about it or whatever, and yeah.
Yeah, it definitely, the original cartoon definitely like took heavily from the Chris Claremont
very
storyline, and of course they had the Jim Lee designs, which are popular to this day.
Very much so.
I believe that's the 616 continuity that it takes place in.
Yeah.
The Prime continuity.
Which, and like, I remember just watching, we'll go into that a little bit later, but I have been, now that I'm up to speed on it and everything, it's just so many things that come back to me.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that come back to the earliest conversations that we had when we first started this whole shindig.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was it's definitely influential, clearly, because they decided to bring it back. And I think there was like a moderate amount of hype around it, because it's like, oh, you're bringing back the old X-Men cartoon.
Oh yeah.
And then, well, I'll say this: it was a decent amount of hype and a decent amount of skepticism, because at this point in this day and age, we've seen remakes here and there and reboots here and there.
So much nostalgia porn for the eyes and ears.
Yeah.
And all mostly some of it is just to fan egos. Others, it's to try and capitalize on this growing fad that has been continuing to grow so much, just from the direction that I feel that a lot of younger creators tend to take in this world today. Tends to steer away from what it was that inspired so many of the very same creators.
Well, the thing is that a lot of people try to strike their own path, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it's like there's no new story that's out there. Honestly, something takes from something else, even if it's a little bit. Even if you do create a unique story.
There is no such thing as original content.
Not
anymore.
Not anymore.
Like
not anymore.
Humanity has been around way too long. Pretty much every idea has been thought about and put out there at some point. So
the Enlightenment age is long past us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point, it's all about how pretty is the wrapping of your present. Like, yeah, you give me an Xbox just like how everyone else has an Xbox, but how pretty is your bow? Which is what we have here. Like, because we've seen these stories. A lot of these stories were influenced by real life, but how good does it look? How much does it entertain?
I do have to say that they definitely ramped up the entertainment value compared to the original series.
Yeah.
The original was, at least looking back at it now, as old as we are, it was campy, man.
Oh, it's always been campy.
It's a soap opera.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. My mother, when I was younger, she was like, "Oh, you don't like soap operas? Why do you watch the X-Men?" And I was like, "It's not a soap opera." And yes, it is entirely a soap opera.
It is definitely a soap opera.
The thing about a lot of comic book stories, and particularly another series that sticks out in my mind is Teen Titans.
Yeah,
it's very soap opera-ish. X-Men, even in the comics, is very soap opera-ish. If you want to talk about the melodrama that happens with like Jean and the Cyclops.
I was about to say there's two thruples in this show.
Yeah.
So where you going? And one of the thruples, they're kind of like, you know what? Hey, don't die because of her.
Right. And then you have
Thomas.
And then we're also not going to talk about Rogue and Magneto. Not going to talk about that.
No.
We're not going to talk about
Daddy,
the lineage. We're going to talk about the lineage between Rogue, Mystique, and Nightcrawler.
And Nightcrawler. Oh.
So there's a lot that goes on in the comic books.
There's a lot, and there's a lot that has been redone by this point in time. I can get into that a little bit more later when it comes to those points, but some origin stories have been changed, so we have to just understand that this is what it was back then during that time, which is another thing that I do appreciate, is that they're keeping it in the 90s.
Yeah,
there's like hardly any tech that's that was seen outside of the 90s that wasn't made up for the show.
Yeah, like there's no retconning, there's no
including a smartphone here and there.
Yeah.
Pretty much doing what Proud Family did is that like they moved up a generation.
Right, without actually showing the intermediate part.
Well, Proud Family, which is one of my
that actually came out during the intermediate part of history, right?
Well, Proud Family came out in the 2000s originally.
Yeah.
And the remake came out recently.
Okay.
And what they did, which is something I didn't like, is the fact that like they turned them from being from millennials to Gen X or Gen Z. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay.
So that's pretty much what they did.
Okay.
And I'm like, y'all didn't have to do it because now suddenly they have smartphones and all this other stuff, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They killed any form of nostalgia that could reach out to other people, and they pulled it in for an entirely new generation.
I wouldn't say they killed the nostalgia partially, but it became I don't want to say hard to relate to, but it wasn't what if you're gonna bring it back a series,
a forced insert of things.
It was it was yes.
What I do have to say is when you're talking about Proud Family like that, I have none of those feelings with X-Men 97. It's this is the exact same series that I was watching when I was younger. It's just grown up with me.
And this is the correct way of doing that is the fact that like you don't just
this is how you tackle. This is how you market nostalgia. This is how you make nostalgia entertaining. This is how you do it.
I remember who was it? Shinji Mikami, I think it was. I might be misquoting the person or whatnot, but anyway. They made a great point about video game sequels is that like you build upon the original when you make the sequel. You don't completely change it.
No.
Yeah.
Hence why you see it here. X-Men 97 does that, builds upon the original.
There was nothing broke to fix.
Right. Exactly. Just continue on.
Only continue, but now it's a long time coming, and they have a much different, much better, more varied toolkit that they can use.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that make it not only easier, but make it better.
So that is something that I do want to touch on a little bit, like the technology that we have to produce a show like this now, rather than the technology that we had back then, which was mostly hand-drawn stuff on cells.
Yeah,
and
which, I mean, that's still pretty great.
Yeah, it's still pretty great, but
yeah,
we can do so much more, as we've seen with Cyclops showing way off in the show.
And keep in mind here, it helps to have a budget.
It does help to have
a Disney budget.
It helps to have a Disney budget because, from what I remember, Fox was not budgeting well on that at all. It was just kind of like, we just want to sell toys, so make kids want toys.
I mean, that still works, honestly.
It does work,
definitely
but
work.
How often do we see it working that well anymore?
It works very well.
I haven't really seen it
most
work
people
very well anymore.
So for most cartoons, like the cartoon is the cartoon, right?
Yeah.
But most companies make their money from toys, from toy sales.
That was always how it's been. Like
right.
Yeah, that is always how it's been.
Power Rangers. That is
Power Rangers.
It is Hasbro.
Yeah.
You know what? I do remember seeing, just scrolling through Facebook or some other social media, a commercial for X-Men 97, and it's the animation, and then it goes into somebody playing with some toys.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, valid point.
And you still have like adults. Like Hot Toys is the big thing amongst a lot of people. If you haven't heard of Hot Toys, they do like a lot of like comic book, movie toys. And you still got those collectors too. So there's toys. McFarlane.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Seth MacFarlane. What's his name?
Todd McFarlane.
McFarlane Toys.
Yeah,
he still does it. So it's still a lot, quite a bit. But
and again, it plays on the nostalgia factor.
It is, which is the whole point. Like, especially if you missed the '90s. But yeah. So series good because we're about to hop in this.
Oh yeah, series good. Real quick, one more last nostalgia thing. Original actors that did come back: Storm, Wolverine. I can't remember who else was an original actor that came back.
I think it's the majority, except for Jubilee's.
No, Jubilee's original voice actor was there. She just wasn't part of the main cast.
I was getting to that.
Okay, my bad.
I was gonna say because I was about to go through the whole story where Jubilee's voice actor, she came back for the older version. Of her, but she wanted to give it to an Asian voice actor.
Right, which that makes absolute sense. The original voice of Jean Grey, she was Val. I can't remember her last name right now, but she was the blonde-haired woman who was working with the government and being basically a liaison between the X-Men and the U.S.
Dr.
government.
Cooper.
Yes, Cooper,
Okay.
Val Cooper.
Hanging with Dr. Cooper.
So that was Jean's original voice. And something else that my mom said was, man, I heard Jean's voice, and she wasn't the original one, but it was still annoying like Jean's voice was originally. And then I told her, yeah, so Val Cooper was her original voice. That makes sense. I thought her voice was annoying too.
Interesting. But yeah, so all right, anything else before we hop into spoilers?
Kurt Wagner is awesome.
Yes.
We're gonna get into how awesome he is. Definitely.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. Let's get into spoilers.
Okay. So hopping into spoilers here, in 3, 2, 1. Man, Bastion's great.
Man, okay.
Just in that one, just seeing his introduction, his official introduction coming in, just to have Magneto being patronized by him for like a total of, I want to say at least 10 to 15, 20 seconds.
See, the thing about, okay, so when I first learned about Bastion, it was actually in the Second Coming saga. Well, you know, when like the mutants went down to like 10%.
This was after M Day.
Yeah, way after M Day. This is like one of the last major storylines in the whole Messiah saga, as I call it, with Hope and all that. Shout outs to Hope Summers.
Yeah.
So when I first learned of Bastion there, he was the one. He pretty much created the Avengers of mutant hating organizations and people.
Yeah, he did.
Because Bolivar Trask was there. The Friends of Humanity were there. Pretty much, if you had an inkling of hatred towards the music you fought them before, he pretty much created that.
He did.
And then once I learned about him, learned like how much of a sentinel he was and where he came from. He's a combination of Nimrod, Master Mold, and a few other things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh. And then you saw how much of a badass he was because he was giving them big paws.
Oh yeah, he gave them in their fight. That's basically the end of the show. But that fight was just, oh, what are you really gonna do to stop me?
Oh, I was talking about it like in the comics.
Oh, in the comics? Oh, okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
So in the comics, that was a huge fight. I don't really remember it too well because
I remember that shit.
I read it so long ago.
Oh yeah, no, fucking Second Coming. That was like one of the best X-Men fights. They got that's under their teeth. So
Okay.
like when they brought him when you got hints of him in the show, I was like, is that what I think it is?
Yeah.
Is that my boy Bastion?
See,
is he coming?
That's when I saw him, was like, I'm watching it and then like I'm looking in the background because I figure what's gonna happen in the actual show. So I want to see what, Easter eggs they're gonna pull.
Yeah.
And I see this guy with white hair and purple walking just like out of the corner of a corner on the screen, and it just like goes by real quick, and I'm like, is that Bastion?
I was like, when I first saw the upside down triangle.
Yeah.
No, actually, as a matter of fact, no. When he walked into the room, I forget that character's name. But the guy who was helping Bolivar Trask with the sunglasses.
Oh yeah.
When he was walking
Guy Ritchie. No, it wasn't Guy Ritchie.
When he was walking into the room, and then the radio was screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, is that who I think it is?
Yeah, that was definitely a clue right there when the radio scrambled.
I was like, oh, is that Bastion? And then he just started talking. Bastion had like the smoothest voice. Yeah, it's like just the smoothest voice.
Honestly, I could see Henry Rollins playing Bastion, but the guy that they got to play him, you did an amazing job. Everyone in the cast did an amazing job. There's not a single person who I'm like, oh, you suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone did it so well.
Even though, like, I will say, like, for some characters, you can hear how old everyone's gotten.
Yeah.
But that's understandable.
James.
Kyle Dodd. That's the one I was thinking of. But he definitely got his voice back.
Yeah.
It definitely sounds more like it now. So, great job, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, so even though, like, we hop into Bastion here, I want to say those first couple of episodes, especially the first episode, what a great thesis statement to this series.
It was essentially what I liked about it was that it was the first episode back in '92, but with new characters and showing Cyclops to be a badass.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Cyclops has always been a badass.
He has been, but most people hadn't read the comics to know that.
I mean, I would say even if you watch the animation, I'd argue that. I'd definitely argue even if you watch the animated series.
If you watch the animated series, they kind of treat him like, oh, you're just a Boy Scout for most of that series. He didn't really like go out like he has been going out right now in this series.
I could argue that. Because, like, I feel like Cyclops has that same respect as Captain America until you really pay attention to him. Where it's like, oh, you're the Boy Scout, but no, he's one of the best fighters on the team.
Oh, no, I definitely agree that he's one of the best fighters, but...
He's not just his fighting skills, he's got leadership, he's got strategy. He's got
amazing strategist. And he also understands, like, how his abilities can work and other people's abilities work when they're in a group. So he's very tactile as well. Or tactical, I should say.
But unfortunately, his multitude of issues across multiple continuities have twisted him into something absolutely shitty that makes Magneto's switch over to the good guys seem far more realistic.
I mean...
Like, I'm sorry, I don't have any respect for Cyclops in the current continuity. I think his scenes were done well, his voice work was done well, I thought he had a lot of great moments in the show. I like the show of old. It's good, but he's Cyclops.
I think he is shit. He's better in this one.
Well, keep in mind the current continuity, he's back to being Cyclops.
Yeah,
he's just Cyclops.
He went past. He's past the whole mutant messiah phase.
Yeah,
he went through.
Not doing that. He also went through this whole bad guy phase too.
This is before that.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like in the current continuity, which I won't lie to you, I'm gonna kind of say it. I did like villain Cyclops, and I understood where he was coming from. Because when your people are reduced down to 10%, I'm gonna create X-Force and kill all you motherfuckers.
When he created X-Force, I was like, oh, this is the Cyclops that we're getting? He's making X-Force? Wait, isn't his wife a telepath? Oh, he said he didn't care? Oh,
no,
okay.
His wife was dead.
No.
He was with Emma at the time.
That's what I'm talking about. He was married to Emma at the time, who was still a telepath. Yeah, I thought he was married to Emma.
They were boyfriend, girlfriend.
Oh, I thought he was married to Emma at the time.
They were closely together.
Okay, so
Emma was with the shit.
Yeah, I was gonna. I was gonna say
Emma was with it, but
Emma and Cyclops were working that shit hand in
hand. I do remember
Emma fucking Frost.
I know, but I remember that first episode or the first issue when Scott went to Logan and was like, "Hey, I want you to create X-Force, X-Force again." And Logan looked at him and was like, "What about your wife? You don't have to worry about that."
Yeah, it's very Cyclops.
And he didn't have to worry about it. He had 3 other telepaths that were helping him out. That was taught by her to keep everything secret.
Yeah, the cuckoos.
Yeah. Which they are. I can't wait to see them put into the show either.
Oh, they're gonna be there soon.
Oh, very soon. I mean, we just saw it.
Emma, yeah.
So
like they're not far behind at all.
Yeah,
Emma was there, so.
Okay, so that was the first couple of episodes, and then after that, like the trial of Magneto.
Oh man, dude,
amazing.
That was art.
That was peak TV.
That was peak,
oh yeah,
absolute
that was peak TV. And I mean the fact that he's even trying. The fact that like, cause to see him from that episode and then the last episode,
he told them not to do it.
He said no.
He gave you one warning.
Yep, and he gave you one warning in the wildest way possible. Took you all to see where he sees you all from, so you can see what he sees, and said, "Don't make me let you down."
And guess what they did? Well, technically they didn't do it.
I'm
technical with it.
Well, I would argue with that because
it's like
They made Sentinels to go and find them.
Like hell, fucking UN ladies, 86. And what everyone's been trying to say for years, Magneto was right.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that he's completely right, but I also think that one scene in the later episodes summed it up pretty well. Of course people know better. They just don't give a shit.
Right.
Exactly.
Right, and it's definitely like touched on heavily.
And sometimes, and there's just so many things that are said on both sides that have so much truth to it, but at the same time, at the end of the day, at least for me, I gotta see the world for what it is.
Yeah.
People suck. Things are bad. And sometimes the road to hell is paved with the best intentions.
That it is, and it definitely gives like that deeper conversation about
Civil rights and all that.
Well, I was gonna say, that's always been a part of the X-Men, though.
But I was gonna say like the dualities of Professor Xavier and Magneto.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Like
I'm sorry, Professor X. As much as I love the man, he is not a hero.
Oh, I don't love him at all.
Let's be honest with you.
He's not a hero. I agree with you on that.
Oh,
he's not.
I mean, do they claim to be heroes?
No, they don't.
Like, let's be honest about that.
I can't.
He never claimed to be a hero.
He never claimed to be a hero. He wants to help people.
Right. And let's be honest, let's be real. There's a lot of people who are renowned in this day and age who have done some dirty shit.
Yeah.
That we know about and we don't know about. But does that take away from their actions? Does that take away from the good that they've done?
It's all about perspective.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
It is about the perspective.
On
because on one hand you got the Professor X who was actually trying to get everyone to coexist and say, hey, it doesn't matter. We're all here together on this planet.
We're all in this
so
together.
we gotta live together. We can't just like not be.
No.
So relax. On the other hand, Magneto was saying they literally are telling us they do not want us around. They built robots and have formed groups to hunt us down.
Yeah.
Why should we coexist with them? Let's go do our own thing somewhere else where they don't have jurisdiction. And if they come and mess with us, well, that's their problem.
Yep. And if they came and messed with them, and
that's my point. They came and messed with them. Yes. Okay.
Well, the problem for the humans.
Yeah.
Well, the problem for the humans.
Of course, something was gonna happen.
Real quick question: do you think Magneto would have been a Jaegerist?
Magneto would have been Aaron Yeager.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know.
He would have been Aaron Yeager.
Absolutely would have been. So I just want to say this. Everyone who's saying Magneto is right, but saying, oh, Aaron Yeager was wrong, hypocrite. You're all hypocrites.
I never really followed Attack on Titan like that, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big philosophy.
It is very big.
That's another conversation we could talk about, how Attack on Titan just escalates.
Oh, it escalates way too fast sometimes.
No, I mean like from season 1 down to the very last episode.
I still haven't seen that episode. I still need to watch it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they're the same level essentially.
Oh yeah, it is.
I was just thinking about it, like, man, who else could I say that compares to Magneto? And all I could think of was Aaron Yeager.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same philosophy. Like literally,
fuck the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that simple.
Yeah,
never is.
Fuck the simple. And I think that's what I like. Since you brought Attack on Titan into this, that's what I like about X-Men and Attack on Titan is the fact that like it's not as simple as we're gonna take down the system and now we're good.
Yeah.
No.
Nah. Everyone has like it's layered. Even in Attack on Titan, like we're fighting this war, but hey, this person got a family. They're doing this for their family. They're saying, fuck the nation. We're doing this for our families.
I mean, that's what DaCosta's mom was saying. Essentially, she's trying to do it for her family and was like, hey, just chill out on that right now because things are hot.
Well,
so
I'd argue she wasn't doing it for her family.
I don't know.
She was doing it for her image.
I can see that, but if her image is tarnished, where would her money go for her family?
Yeah. I can respect that, but I also completely understand why Roberto did what he did. He was pissed. He felt betrayed.
Oh, absolutely.
And he had every right to feel that way.
Absolutely.
And as someone who's a little older than him, I can also say I kind of understand what she was trying to do. But I don't think that was the exact way how she should have done it.
She didn't go about explaining it the right way.
Honestly,
she omitted stuff.
Honestly, I think she put her connections and her business before anyone else. Because no one told you to have a whole gala saying that, hey, I'm mutant friendly. Hey, son, shut up about being a mutant. When there's other mutants who are out.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you could have used your power. And for one, let's talk about it at a root level. You would have still been making money.
Oh, absolutely.
Most rich people.
And I get that. I feel that because, I think if it wasn't for what Bastion was doing, she could have gone with that, they could have rolled with it, and then they could have made the reveal later on.
True.
But it didn't happen that way.
Yeah, and all of that happened after a certain event, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do we want to talk about episode 5 now?
I mean, we can. With spoilers.
Yeah, so...
I remember it. Do you remember it?
Oh, I don't
Do you remember it, Zay?
No,
you don't remember it? Oh, you gotta remember it. You gotta remember it.
Remy told you to remember it.
Man.
Told you to remember it.
I remember Remy blowing up in the most badass way ever.
I remember Remy blowing stuff up.
I remember him blowing stuff up from his wound.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 5. I love how that started off being, hey everybody, we got our own mutant nation. We literally turned this from being a slave island to our island. Yeah, let's party.
Oh yeah, it was kind of cool. And then you reintroduced the Nightcrawler there.
Yes.
You see a bunch of the
references.
A bunch of references. Yes, I was gonna say
throughout this whole series, by the way.
I liked how they designed Pixie.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they did design Pixie pretty nice.
Yeah.
But they had all the Morlocks there. They had a bunch of mutants that. Yeah, Dazzler was there.
Yes.
A bunch of different mutants that was just background, some that were only in the comic books, some that were original to the series.
Yeah.
But they had a ton of different just background characters through Genosha, and you saw the life and how free and happy that they seemed.
Yeah.
And it was just an amazing thing. Everything was looking up. Even Magnus said himself, this is a good week for mutant kind.
Yeah, because it was literally Charles Xavier's vision.
Mm-hmm.
There. Granted, it's not there.
The first step towards his vision.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. In the ideal world. And
that first step was just leading towards a fucking tripwire.
Then everything literally changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
That's exactly what happened. Although before that, the whole Hellfire Gala. I want to call it the Hellfire Gala, even though it wasn't the
Hellfire Gala.
Yeah, even though it wasn't to call it that. I want to call it that because, first of all, the Hellfire Club was there.
Yeah.
Secondly, everyone was dressed to the 9s and 10s.
Yes.
So
it was the Genosha Gala.
Yeah. Let's call it the Genosha Gala then.
Yeah.
So the Genosha Gala was happening. Yeah.
I mean, Moira's there.
I hate Moira McTaggart. I hate her with a passion. Other than the fact that she exists.
What's wrong?
Have you been keeping up with the current?
So you hate current Moira?
Oh, current
Moira. You hate
past?
Because that's past Moira.
It's kind of both.
But this is before they retcon her with powers.
Hold on, but
what?
Season 2.
We don't know. Oh wait, what? In season 2, yeah, she did not tell Xavier about the things that was going on with his son that she was trying to help him with. Then he went berserk and broke out, started reality warping everything. First time in an animated series that you see Wolverine crying.
Yes.
So yeah, she did all of that, and that was prior to this series.
Well, that's the thing. I don't find nothing wrong with Moira. Why did McTaggart?
Oh, like I used to like her, but yeah, now no, can't stand that woman. Cannot stand her.
And I stand that woman.
A lot of that. I feel like her plans spiraled things out of control. Like, and that on that note, I want to talk about that one small scene where, for 5 seconds, Beast was Magneto. For that 5 simple seconds in that conversation with the reporter.
Oh, with Trish Tilby? Yeah.
And then I think about the recent shit that happened in the comics, the shit that he pulled, and like, oh.
Wait, was that regular Beast or Dark Beast?
No, that was regular Beast.
Yeah, regular.
When he fucking basically screwed everybody over.
Okay.
Yeah, regular Beast has been having some dark moments lately.
I have always had this. I've been torn on Beast because when I first found out about him, it was this Beast from the XMen series.
Yeah.
And the comic book series based off from Nut Line 2, which most of the time he's pretty chill. Then I read the Ultimate series, where, oh my God, Beast, why can't you just listen to other people sometimes?
Because he's smart and he knows everything.
Yeah.
Fuck the Ultimate Universe.
Oh no, it was really really fucking good.
Some things in the Ultimate Universe.
It was so good. Like with him in the Ultimate Universe, something that Wolverine said in this series, which is, Beast, you got to learn how to pick your mates better. In the Ultimate Universe, yeah, he went online and was talking to some woman online. Went to go meet her, and then got met up with the Brotherhood, got jumped, and died. Yeah, that's what happened to him in the Ultimate Comics. I mean, he got better.
God damn it, Hank.
Yeah.
Well, did he really? Because they're all dead now.
Oh, God, that...
Kind of?
No, they are.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. That
version.
universe, that version of them,
back.
they are dead. They're all dead now. But...
Because Hank killed them?
No.
The Incursions.
The Incursions and the Maker killed them.
Yeah.
He killed his entire universe.
Even like the new Ultimate Universe that he remade.
That he's
isn't
remaking.
The exact one.
Yeah, it's kind of dope though. I am enjoying the new Ultimate Universe.
I haven't looked into it yet, so
I believe Comics Explained has the
does.
Spider-Man stuff at least.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, definitely check the Spider-Man stuff is great.
Okay, cool.
But back to this.
Back to the music and their shit pushed in.
Yeah. Also, because I still don't want to get off the episode 5 just yet. Ace of Base being played in my X-Men was one of the greatest things that I didn't know that I needed.
Okay.
Yeah, like seeing actual music being used.
Yeah.
Not even just actual music, because it could have been any track. It was specifically Ace of Base, which I was listening to a lot during that time.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. And just like, and before we get to the massacre, just how everything is set up. How like everything just looks too good to be true.
It does.
Yeah, because you're waiting for the shoe to drop. You're just waiting.
You're waiting for the shoe to drop, but then the conversation between Rogue and Gambit happens, and I feel like that's the connection from everything's all good to fuck.
Yeah, because
like just oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they're the X-Power couple, right? And I if we could talk about that real quick, I understand where Rogue was coming from.
Yeah.
Because, for one, you and Magneto, old flame, you know, you've changed.
Yeah.
So it's like, I still got feelings for you, but I can't be with you. And then, so, doing the political move of, hey, let me at least pretend like I'm with Magneto.
Right.
Let's get married to Magneto just for political gains, because everyone loves a story, right?
Of course.
It's something that pretty much has to happen. It's not because I like Magneto, it's because I gotta do this for politics. So I'm kind of glad that like that was an understanding, even though it's a rough understanding. It's not easy to get. Mm-hmm. I'm glad we didn't go into the cliches of like, oh, I don't want you to be with him. Da, 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 da. We can get through it. It's like, no, like I get what you have to do.
Yeah, he was just like, yo,
he hated it, but like,
yeah.
Yeah, like he dealt with it.
Should have listened to Kurt. Should have listened to the funny blue man.
Yeah, everyone should have listened to the elf. Really.
Yeah. But yeah. So
Okay.
So then, Cable comes in with his Sunday's best too.
He didn't use that move, so I can't say that he did that.
Hey.
He didn't use the move.
He came in his Sunday's best.
Did he start shooting off?
He was about to.
He was about to.
But then his
AI
AI took him out of the timeline.
Yeah. Body slide by one back to where the fuck you came from.
Right. And then suddenly it was like, stop it. And then Madeline Pryor's like, what do you mean? Kaboom.
Yeah. Well, no, not just what do you mean? Like, oh my god, my son. Oh, wait, what's happening? Oh, crap.
Kaboom. Kablooey.
Kablooey.
Kablooey. Literally.
Like whenever Cable's there, nothing good follows.
Yeah, well, that's usually the case. If Cable is there, nothing
bad.
good follows.
It's bad.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
After Cable got ripped through time again and everything went kaboom, that's when it got really real.
Yeah, that's when the Sentinels attack.
Yeah.
And they just go in.
Like, seeing it animated was... It was shocking to see, like, oh man, this is the destruction that's being brought. I know it's still painted as, like, that mass destruction in a children's show that has grown up.
Yeah.
But they still couldn't show, like, what they had shown in the comics from when that happened. Mm-hmm. Which was, done by Cassandra Nova, and...
Yeah.
She did that to her own people. So, screw her.
Yeah.
And technically, Bastion did it to his own people. So, screw him.
Did he really?
Technically, he's a mutant. That's what they've been saying in this whole thing.
He's a Tom. A techno-organic mutate.
Yeah.
Depends on what you claim.
Oh, it is
He's mixed.
He is. So you're saying that
which side do you claim?
He's basically claiming both, honestly.
Because
didn't he have to evolve and mutate to do some of the things that he did?
He upgraded.
He says that he evolved. His words specifically.
I mean, evolution doesn't limit yourself to mutants.
He evolved.
Human evolves.
Yeah.
I mean, they're mutants.
Into what? Yes. That's the point of the whole argument.
No, they're not. They're still
Sentinels,
humans.
Yes. No. With Sentinels, that's the whole point of their argument and why they attack humans in the future.
Well, they attack mutants they attack both because humans are shitty and mutants were just programmed to hate you all. So what?
Yeah, they're programmed to hate mutants who are humans who have the X gene, which there are more of those being born. So yes, they hate humans.
Humans with the X gene are just mutants,
which are human mutants.
That makes no sense. They're considered mutants, dude.
They're humans still.
They're humanoid.
They're humans.
They're humanoid. They're not humans.
They
don't count as humans.
Okay, so where did the chicken come from?
They probably popped up. But chicken isn't a mutant.
No. They're human mutants. That's literally what it says in everything that they have too for like
they're just
background information. Human mutant.
They're just
human
humanoid.
Mutant. You're not gonna no. They're human mutants.
Humanoid.
Human
and
mutants.
Mutants. We call them
human mutants.
Then why are humans so racist against them? Then
because humans are racist. Period.
Okay.
The Japanese hate everyone but the Japanese. The Chinese hate everyone but the Chinese.
So, but again, if they're like that, they're considered mutants. They call themselves mutants, dude. They literally call themselves mutants. Sentinels aren't like, oh yeah, you're humanoid mutants. They're like, no, mutants detected. Fuck you.
They're programmed for that.
Yes.
Thank you.
You can reprogram.
What are you talking about?
Target something. They can target.
They're still
them.
considered mutants. What
They
can still target humans who have not shown their X gene.
Well, they evolved to that point because they said, okay, at first they were with the humans. Then the Bastion was like, nah, humans are shitty too.
They were doing that before Bastion, though.
Kind of. Master Mode kind of sort of did that.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely
when Master Mode started doing it, that's when they were like, oh no, they're all the same. Get rid of them all.
That's not the argument. Your argument is the fact that, like, they're human mutants. They're not considered human mutants. They're still mutants. They're humanoid, duh.
No,
they look like humans.
They're human. Okay, so in that fact, yes, they are.
They're humanoid.
They're human mutants. They're human
They're
mutants.
considered mutants.
Nope.
Dude.
And mutants are humans. That's it.
Again, they're humanoid.
Nope.
They are humanoid.
Nope.
Humanoid means that
Nope.
you look like a human, dude. What are you
They're
doing?
humans.
If you have a gene that dictates
They
that
are
you're not a human,
Were they born on Earth?
yes.
Were they born on planet Earth?
Yes, they're Earthlings.
To humans.
Possibly, yes.
Yes.
But if they
They're
have an
humans.
X gene that activated, they're not considered mutants. That's literally it.
So then, what would you consider Spider-Man?
Well, he's a mutate.
Okay.
They actually make that differentiation in the comics.
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong. Yes, it makes zero sense why. Okay, people hate Spider-Man, so let me choose Captain America or
Okay.
another person with powers.
Well,
It makes sense that. It doesn't make sense that you love the superheroes, but you hate the mutants. That never makes sense.
that doesn't make any sense at all.
I mean, the MCU got it right because everyone kind of sort of hates the heroes depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
So they kind of bring that in. But yeah, someone like a Spider-Man is a mutate. They're not considered.
No,
mutants.
I agree with that. He is a mutate, but he's
Right.
still human mutate.
Yeah, for Spider-Man, not for
So
Cyclops.
so why is he not a human mutant?
He has no X gene, and he doesn't come.
No,
from
I'm
the-
talking about X-Men. Cyclops. Why is he not a human mutant?
because he has an X gene.
But he's a human
If you
before
have-
that.
Right, then he turned into a mutant. Once you hit puberty, you turn into a mutant
okay, so
because you have the X gene.
so is your argument coming from the actual origin of mutants and the X gene itself, which is, in fairness, if you follow the full continuity of the comics and the understandings of where mutants originate from, technically not from Earth, technically alien.
If you want to follow,
If you're
the
going with
original-
that, then they would be deviants.
which they are, which is why the Inhumans wanted to kill them, because they literally come from like a different bloodline, essentially. If you want to get down to the nitty gritty, but I wasn't trying to bring that in because I'll make things very complicated.
It makes them even more complicated because that gene mixed with humanity, so
Yeah,
still
like,
humans to me.
I stick with that theory as well. Humans, human, no matter
Yep,
what you look like.
I like
they're still humans.
It's differentiation. I'm sorry.
I can't agree with that.
The fact
That's-
that you have an
they're
X
humans.
gene. I mean, but again, that's like saying, look, like, point is that they have the X gene. When you have the X gene and you develop your powers, you're a mutant. They call themselves mutant. They don't call themselves humanoid mutants or human mutants. It's mutant. When Bastion and the Sentinels come down, they don't say humanoid mutants detected. They say mutant detected because you have the X gene that has been activated.
I'm still going with mutant. There's no way you can change
Yeah,
my
thank
mind
you.
on that.
You're going with mutant. Nice.
They're going. No, they're human
Nope,
mutants.
you're going with mutant.
They're
You
human
just
mutants.
said it. You just said you're going with mutant.
I'll just say that both
I'm going
folks
with
think-
human mutant.
No, you
period.
say you're going with mutant.
No.
Sorry,
no,
that's
no,
what
no,
you just
no,
said.
no, no, no,
That's what you just
no,
said.
no. I'm going with human mutant.
Nope.
I'm going with human mutant.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Next
human
thing I'm
mutants.
right.
They're not
Well-
mutant. They're not just that. They are humans
They're-
first and then mutants. They still say mutant, yes, because they are currently looked at as mutants.
So why do you disagree
Yes.
with the term humanoid?
I disagree
Why do you
with
disagree with the term
Only
humanoid?
reason I'm disagreeing with the term humanoid is because you're saying that it's a different thing from a mutant, which a mutant would be a humanoid as well as a human being a
Well,
humanoid.
no, aliens can be humanoids too, right?
That is also my point.
But
Where
they
I'm
don't
going with
count
that.
as humans.
Yes,
They
that's
don't.
fine.
Aliens don't count as humans. So
Okay.
that's to my point. What are you talking about? They're
No,
considered
y'all-
something else. They just look
they're-
like a human.
they're
But a
humans.
humanoid, which is a species.
They're humans.
If
They're
you all
mutants.
could
They're humans.
feel
They're
how
mutants.
hard my head is shaking at these guys right now.
They're humans.
No,
That's
they're
all it is.
mutants.
So
They're
going on
mutants.
with the rest of it.
Uh-huh.
with
On
all
to
these humans-
episode 6.
About the
No.
mutants.
about the humanoid.
About the mutants in
Shut
97.
up.
No. Talk to Sinister, by the way.
I would
See what
rather
he
not
says.
talk to Sinister.
I would.
I don't agree with anything that he's done.
Yeah, Sinister is.
You're gonna say go and talk to that person?
You want to talk to Magneto so badly?
Oh yeah, I want to
The
talk to
per-
Magneto.
well,
But I
fucking-
mean, Magneto
fucking-
wasn't
fucking-
taking people's genes and putting them into
Fucking-
himself so he
yeah,
could
yeah.
promote his growth
Magneto-
and do
Magneto-
more horrible
Magneto-
things.
You're right. He was
not-
ripping people's adamantium from their bones and killing them.
Didn't that dude try to kill him?
Yeah, he did.
That is fair.
That's my
I was
point.
gonna
That's
say-
fair.
Hey, what was Magneto doing? Oh, he launched a giant EMP, which killed millions of people, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Think about people on peacemakers and like heart monitors and all that other good
Well,
stuff.
I'm not talking about the rest of
Okay,
the
so he did that because they sent fucking Sentinels
No.
after them.
They didn't send Sentinels. Bastion sent Sentinels.
Okay, so before Bastion,
Who's a mutant?
I'll agree with that. So with Bastion, before they even had him, Bolivar made the Sentinels. He's a human who told the Sentinels, "Hey, go kill mutants.
Yeah.
Go kill them. Just go kill anyone with X gene. Go kill them."
So it's right for you to kill a whole race of people. Keep in mind here, not only did you send an EMP out, and this is a side note, not only did you send this EMP out, which could have possibly killed humans, but could have killed mutants as well, because we're not talking about the mutants.
Question.
Hold on. Because we're not talking about the mutants who are actually on the heart monitors, who actually has the pacemakers, who are actually on some kind of life support. Because you know shit just happened. So you literally just went up to the North Pole, sent a giant EMP, and possibly destroyed not only your own people, but also the humans as well.
Yeah, but he's not eugenics personified.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Sinister is worse.
He's eugenics personified.
I'm not talking about who's worse. I'm talking about, like, you much rather talk to Magneto than Sinister.
Yes.
To me, they're both on the same level.
I think Magneto...
To me, they both have blood on their hands.
They
One is
both
just
have blood on their
do.
hands. But
right.
It's just Magneto has far better
reasons for doing what he did, rather than Sinister.
I'm not arguing against the reasons. I'm arguing against what could possibly happen.
That doesn't justify what Magneto does. I'm sorry.
But
like,
going
honestly,
along that, those are the things that I would go with for who I would want to talk with. And I would rather talk to that person than the eugenics person.
I mean, that's fine with me. At least I'm still his research.
Hey, like Magneto's just an angry, bitter old man. Old man who hates who is actively trying to fight for something better in the only way that he is unfortunately programmed to know how, due to his origins. On that alone, Nathan Essex is the epitome of human garbage, and every garbage view that every horrible, intolerant, toxic, racist, transhumanist thought ever conceived, made personified into a person. And I think he honestly just needs to die.
I agree.
But we settled to see him in his ghoul-like form.
Honestly, I wouldn't call him racist. I would call him an over-obsessive scientist.
Transhumanist, I would call.
Right.
Which is a fucking disgusting concept that unfortunately exists in today.
Well, I mean, let's be real, let's be honest. That's literally what he is. Like I said, I wouldn't call him racist. He's
not racist. It's just, eugenics personified. Right. It's a disgusting, toxic concept that honestly should not exist, yet it does. Thanks, Hitler.
But let me... Yeah. But hold on. Let me put this in there. Let me ask this question. Would Sinister's research not be useful in society? Let's say Sinister died. Would his research be useful?
Depends on how it's applied.
Yes.
Well, you can say that for any research. I'm saying if we're assuming that like the research is going to be applied.
If someone took his if someone took the research that he did over the years, that's at least about 2 centuries worth.
Yeah.
And applied it in a ways like maybe. If it could be applied in a way to make Cyclops not have to rely on visors all the time, that'd be good.
Yeah.
And other people like them.
Yeah.
Help them transition in a way that gives mutants control over their abilities, because there are plenty of mutants that do not have control over their abilities and hate themselves for it. I think Sinister's research could benefit those people. I think Sinister's research could also benefit maybe people who want to evolve on their own. I think it could help them there. It could even the playing field if it's done right. But at the same time, you have the bad actors in Marvel universe against the mutants, and they would, like many other groups in the real world, fight that tooth and nail. Because ignorance.
And that's kind of why I bring up the question, of course, inspired by certain events by a certain group of people with their research, and how some of that actually bled into the medical world to actually help people and to like sharpen that research. Because that's what I'm like. Say what you want about Sinister. It's true. Things he does is horrifying if we get down to it. But the research he found out, like you said, could help mutants actually control their powers.
Yes, there are certain aspects of science that were once used for bad that were made good, and vice versa in the world. The Manhattan Project led to many things.
Yeah. Many
military exploits were brought on by innovations in technology that were brought into the civilian world. The technology race is literally a byproduct of various military interventions and various wars fought around the world, most of which nobody asked for.
Yeah.
But, fuck that, we have social media now.
Right. So, that's why I brought that. Actually, I don't want to ask that question here. So,
and to be fair, like, guys, I'm not a super intellectual person who understands all the things there. There's a lot of shit that can be twisted in that context. So please, just take what I say with a grain of salt, because 85% of the time, I'm talking out my ass.
You know what? One thing I'm sure of is that there was a lot of people who liked seeing Magneto in his underwear tied up.
I was gonna say, like, why did Bastion take his clothes off?
Science.
I mean, maybe Bastion needed to see
Come
nipples.
on, say it. I was gonna say it.
Nipples.
Make it make sense.
I don't know. He needs to see nipples.
Like he took off all his clothes and put he rips off all of his clothes and puts them in a fucking thong. Like, what the fuck, man?
And then shaves them with metal.
Wait.
That's even worse.
Wait.
He had the collar on.
The robot needs to see nipples.
Yes, the robot needs to see nipples.
Like,
that's my headcanon.
As if he can't connect to the internet.
That's my headcanon. Well, in 97, you remember how the internet was in 97?
Do you not see Bastion how he is now?
Yeah, I mean, but he's coming from, like, his technology is coming from the future, and it is going into, like, the stuff from 97. Yeah. He's gonna be able to go through it a little bit faster, but it's still crap.
This man probably created DSL as soon as he got there.
Oh my god. Oh,
nuts.
He just popped in and was like, okay, they have no internet here.
That's how he created since he got here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
None of us can do that.
Yeah, but
Lord.
anyway, like,
Oh god, that fucking.
yeah. Just
Fuck you, kids. This is what you have now. You do not understand.
they don't understand.
I don't mean to sound like a grumpy old man, but I gotta be a grumpy old man about this.
They don't understand having
I'm
to
only
wait
32.
5 minutes to get onto the internet while it connects.
I was gonna say an hour to load up a Flash game.
Oh, that's even worse.
I remember I was literally waiting to load up a Sonic Heroes Flash game. Listening to that, just I think it was like the theme music to that game. Constant.
I'll just say this. I remember when D-Link was the next thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
And now I look at D-Link now and I'm like, who wants to play Frisbee, guys?
Yeah.
Oh man.
AOL discs. Just coasters.
Oh yeah, that's
pretty much.
That's
But-
a nice coaster.
Yeah, but anyway, like, so after the whole massacre and Magneto uses a train as a whip and sees a bunch of destruction. The next couple of episodes is just kind of wild because
we take a breather.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Take a little bit of a breather. We saw what Storm was up to too.
Yeah. So her going through her own character arc of, oh no, I lost my powers. Now I gotta fight the adversary. Now I got my powers back and I'm Super Saiyan now. And now somehow, someway my powers created a new costume. Which is my original costume.
She just had a straight up Sailor Moon moment.
She
just had a straight up Sailor Moon moment.
She was like,
Storm's the ultimate magical girl. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
Magical
like
woman.
Magical goddess.
Yes.
Whatever.
Magical Titan.
And
Now I'm just imagining her just like biting the inside of her lip and then transforming into like some titan and then changing the weather at the same time. That's terrifying.
It is terrifying. Jesus.
Ooh. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry.
I lost the thought. Shit.
I was talking about, so back to Storm as the Titan.
Yeah.
But yeah, so many amazing things happened from there.
Yeah.
But what I really liked was seeing all the other Marvel heroes getting their brief moments. Like we got to see Cloak, Dagger, and Daredevil.
I'll be honest, we saw more than
them.
No, because I literally thought we were just gonna see like Spider-Man.
Yeah, we did see Spider-Man, and
yeah,
hey, he found MJ. I feel better now.
He did find MJ.
That's all I gotta say. Like, when I saw that on the last episode, I was like, oh, okay, cool. He found MJ. Cool.
And Flash found a TV.
Yeah, Flash found a TV, and then Felicia was just walking past in the back.
Yeah, you had Daredevil was there. Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah,
you guys mentioned that. Surprisingly, I was not expecting Cloak and Dagger.
I was not expecting him at all either.
Doctor Strange was there.
Yeah,
doing
surgery with his magic, which I was always wondering, why didn't he just do that? Like,
I was gonna say, that was so weird to me. Like why? Like, okay, you fixed your hands. Why did you stop being a fucking doctor?
Thank you.
To be a doctor.
Like,
I'm sorry. When Dormammu attacks the Earth the 57th time this month, I don't have time to go check on the kid and his tonsils. Okay?
I mean, you could also just warp them out magically.
Excuse you, sir.
I said check on the tonsils.
He is not licensed for that. He is a neurosurgeon.
He's a neurosurgeon. So, yeah, he absolutely wouldn't be bothering with the tonsils at all.
3 hours in brain surgery? Yeah. And Dormammu's outside be like, I'm
you know what?
bargaining.
Honestly, if he's using his magic while in surgery, that's really clean.
Yeah.
As well as
I was gonna say, like,
very fast and effective.
If
he's just gonna be pulling your head apart.
If he's able to enchant his equipment to do the procedures, if he can find the proper magical formula and the proper enchantments of all of his equipment, they can just do the operation themselves, and he didn't have to do shit.
That's true.
Watch them still fuck it up though.
Oh, they would. It's kind of the same. The way I see it, it's like the brooms in Fantasia.
Yeah.
So
I always think, as someone who works in a hospital, I have seen some. You'd be amazed how bad the fuck ups can be with nurses, and everyone else sometimes.
I'm sure.
Oh, I've seen some stuff.
Like, sure.
At least for me, I'm essential supplies, so like. I remember one time, me and this kid, I was teaching this kid, and we were loading up dialysis bags, the big bags of fluid for dialysis treatments.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude dropped. They're like at least $100 a box, so it's 2 bags to a box.
Ooh.
Kid drops like 12 of them.
Oh shit!
So now we have a bunch of dialysis fluid all over the fucking floor of the hall. And I think he went through at least, that was about $1,200. I don't even think they're that expensive. I'm exaggerating there a bit. I would say those bags alone, it was at least $300 worth that we lost that day.
Yikes! Yeah, that's a lot.
Now, to be fair, we had like 5 other pallets worth of them back down the loading dock, but
okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
yeah.
that was my quick detour there. Back to it.
Yeah. So the whole thing with Life Death, I think that the part with Jubilee, amazing. I liked it. Cool. Yeah. We no need to really talk about that, except Mojo was there.
Mojo was there.
He needs a nip tuck. Real bad.
sound like also too just seeing like what Jubilee can become.
Yes.
You know, it was pretty cool. You know,
exactly.
Like when she fucking took her plasma and turned him into a Destructo disc.
Oh, that was awesome.
My favorite was when she used her powers to just race around.
I was always wondering why she couldn't like.
It's like, oh my god, like the Destructo disc works.
Yes,
the Kienzan can be done.
It should in a much better way against all those other people too, but
that also goes to show is like it's kind of like with JoJo, right? You have a power, But how strong is your critical thinking skills, which is what
To
I always
use with it,
argue.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, the point was proven when in the comics, Emma took over Bobby Drake and was like, "Oh, you know you're an Omega level mutant, right? Huh? Let me show you how to really use your powers," and started going ham.
And then he started doing some. Went to like peak Iceman is scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
He is an actual Omega level threat, just like Storm, just like Magneto.
Yeah, he can fucking manipulate.
He could freeze this entire ball
Instantly.
Yeah.
I would say maybe even more powerful.
Like, can he, like, does he?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, he can freaking. He makes an army of sentient snowmen. Or was that someone else?
No, he could do that.
Yeah, he probably could do that.
He could do that. Since he can control their movements and everything too. So yeah.
He's Elsa.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, he's basically just Elsa.
He's Elsa. Like.
And yeah, he's just dope. But
yeah,
going on with the rest of Life Death, we're introduced to Professor X on this one, and you know he can walk. So why did you take off that suit?
Why did he take off that suit?
Because.
Like, why not just keep...
I like your answer there, Zach.
There's
no reason for him to do that.
There's no fucking reason. Like, Jesus. Like, you could have taken some of that Shahar tech with you.
Man, wait. So, here's the thing. He crash landed. So, let's just say the suit got damaged in his crash landing back from after Life Death. Another thing... Well, before I get into all that, another thing in Life Death. Deathbird called our galaxy a ghetto.
Bro,
bitch!
Do you feel the racism in that?
Yes,
that ghetto, like
the Milky Way ghetto. I'm like,
I was offended. I was
highly offended.
Right? I know, right? Like he's like,
clutch my pearls and everything.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what also eventually drove the professor to drag them all to the astral plane.
Yeah, for school.
He's like, I'm gonna school you, literally. Sit
and
down.
then now shut up and eat this apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
Hey,
just...
you like apples? I like that apple.
Well, you know, if he could talk to Ryuk, actually, I would hate to see him with a Death Note.
Would he really need it though?
No,
because he is literally the Death Note.
He literally is the Death Note. He just needs to like tap into your mind and be like, oh, aneurysm.
Yeah.
Aneurysm.
Aneurysm, cardiac arrest.
Yeah, like, oh, you
kidney
suffocated.
Failure.
You suffocated. How did you suffocate? You just don't breathe.
Yeah. Go find a place. Go kill yourself and find a place where no one can
your
find your
heart
body.
stopped.
Yep. He could absolutely do that. And these are other reasons why I do not like Professor X. He could have done these things, and he could have like done them so much in secret that it could have been a way different experience.
Yeah, like
just they say that
like
he's
like
not.
why I get so free. I laughed so hard when I saw that big exchange between him and Magneto. Like seriously, he has to struggle that much for Magneto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, Magneto does have a very strong will.
Yeah, he has a very. I mean, considering like how strong a person's will is.
Yeah, to be fair, and their relationship, like I guess there's a lot of blocks that he would have to get through.
Because remember what
like it's Professor X, man. Come on.
Because remember what Magneto said, and this kind of shows like just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it.
Yeah.
When Professor X actually did stop Magneto and actually have him reverse the EMP, he said, "Yo, that's a violation." Meaning that they had like some kind of code between each other.
Yeah. Which they did have a code between each other.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what happened in the comics too, where after Wolverine went stabby, Professor X was like, "Hey, I can't have you doing that to my X-Men, and you know, I'm gonna mess your head up now." Then we get Onslaught.
Not yet.
Oh, right. My bad. My bad. Not until season 2. Maybe. You know what? They might go with. We didn't get there yet. I mean,
because we do have to wrap up.
Yeah, true. So yeah, yada yada yada. A bunch of stuff happens with Tolerance's extinction.
Parts 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, parts 1, 2, and 3.
Bastion gets wings.
He rips off Cable's arm to do it.
He gets 6-piece wings.
He did. He got 6-piece wings.
With mild sauce and lemon pepper.
Yeah. Rogue
The
starts doing
ultimate.
air combos on military bases, and she treats Captain America by throwing the shield off into the.
That was such a
into the
childish
mountains.
move. That was such a childish move, Rogue.
It was.
I don't like you. Yeah.
Hey,
Cap's just like,
since your hands are tied, you don't need this.
It's like, okay, fuck you too then.
I mean, really, what could he say or do at that point in time?
Oh, he was like, man, now I can go for my jog.
Right? On your left.
Man, I always want the jog with this now.
I think Cap could do something against Rogue, just not much. Not much.
I mean, if we're talking about like, not even base Rogue, just Rogue.
Yeah.
With,
Like, if
Yeah.
if that Rogue? Not at all.
yeah, that Rogue.
Not at all.
Maybe might put up a fight.
He might put up a fight just to be like, because, you know, it's a kid show and they need that entertainment, but
Yeah,
in all honesty,
probably Omni-Man his ass.
yeah.
Like, now if it was Hawkeye, and if he learned about Executioner's tech,
Still
Hawkeye,
he would get Omni-Man.
He would get Omni-Man.
that's fair.
Like, that's a beat down right there.
Yeah.
Real bad. But,
Literally.
Yeah, okay, so we got to Rogue throwing that. Bastion doing the thing.
Yeah, the 6-piece wings.
Yeah, the 6-piece wings. But before that, Scott, Cable, and Jean did a family thing against a bunch of mutants. Oh, right, that's all I was saying. Rogue did a bunch of air combos to a military base.
Yeah. Did her dive kick a couple of times.
Yeah, did a dive kick a couple of times. I had the Rogue theme playing through my head from XMen vs. Street Fighter.
Said sugar
Look
a lot.
up that theme.
Said sugar a lot.
Yep. Even Wolverine was doing air combos to a bunch of Sentinels. Then he and
I like the part where Wolverine just jumped in the air and shot out energy in the form of an X.
oh yeah, that was awesome
That
when
was
he did
fantastic,
his
yeah.
fatal claw in
Yeah.
the show. Like, mwah,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Like getting to the part with Nightcrawler, Jesus.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that was the next part. Nightcrawler and Wolverine teaming up.
surrender. Like, give us like.
No,
surrender.
my friend, 9.
I need another episode with those
surrender.
two.
Yeah.
Surrender. Ender, I got 6 reasons not to.
No, my friend, 9.
And like then you see
Because he's
not
German.
not one, not two, but 3 rapiers all at once.
Oh, yeah.
Like General Grievous is jealous.
No. General Grievous isn't jealous. Zorro is jealous.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
yeah,
no.
absolutely,
But no.
Zorro.
But don't let him actually
Now that makes
go to
better
One Piece
sense.
land and learn from Zoro. Now he's gonna have 4.
Oh yeah.
Put
No,
it
he
in
would
his
probably
mouth.
have 5 at that point because he can hold them with his hands. He would just be teleporting into the air a lot.
True, he's creative with it, but I'm thinking like having one in his mouth.
Oh, that'd be 6 then.
Oh yeah, because I forgot. Wait, no.
Tail, arms, legs, mouth.
You can use the
For his
sword with his
tail.
legs.
Well, his feet are kind of like
His feet could do that too.
Yeah.
Yes, he could.
he could hold on to
Okay.
the sword.
Okay.
He
So, wait,
has monkey feet.
okay. I was
So-
gonna say because like that would only work if he had like
Yeah,
I forgot what they called them. But
they would have to be specially made for him for the feet. But yeah, he could do it. He could
okay.
totally do
I mean,
it.
you could give him like sword, that hidden blade in the shoes.
Or that too.
Yeah.
Give him those X-23s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be great. So yeah, after they had their team up fight, Scott had the brilliant idea to send Wolverine to go fight Magneto.
So I was thinking about that. I'm just like,
Why would you say
why do
that?
y'all do this to him?
Yeah, like
Oh, he can heal from it.
He
Yeah.
can.
I mean, yeah, that just sounds like a dick move on Cyclops' part for Wolverine.
Who
which is
kissed
just
his girl?
Which is basically just
No.
Cyclops and Wolverine's dynamic in a nutshell.
It is.
No. His girl kissed him.
Oh, that's true.
And then he said, "Fuck you."
Yep.
He did the right thing. He
Yes,
walked
he
away.
did. He did walk away.
Just walk away.
Unlike Gambit.
I mean, Gambit, he actually did the right thing as well, but he couldn't also do the right thing at that point. He just couldn't. But after that, Wolverine gets his adamantium pulled out. They get time displaced. after Magneto lives. Then Forge is looking for new X-Men with Bishop. Yeah, that's really it.
And his future waifu.
Oh yeah, definitely with his future waifu.
Yeah, he's looking for that. He wants some of that Storm.
Yeah, he's definitely missing Storm right now.
Oh yeah. But hey, we're back in But when Bastion kind of just, I guess, blew a hole in the space-time continuum.
Oh yeah, we still have no idea what's going on with that. I don't know if it was actually Bastion. I don't know if it was
something
wasn't
else.
Bastion.
Yeah, I know it wasn't Bastion.
Something else.
I know it was something else, but
I
time stream broken now.
I have an inkling of who might be involved.
Does it start with a K?
That was my thought.
And end with a Ang?
That's one.
You mean Kodos?
I
said it ends with an Ang.
I was thinking
The Simpsons.
the guy I was thinking
yeah.
his name starts with an A, but that's just me.
Oh, it could be.
It
It could be
Mr.
him.
Lips.
It could be Inside Ner.
Mr. Lips.
I think it was Inside Ner.
No, Mr. Lips.
I'm not calling him that.
That's Mr. Lips to you.
I'm not calling him
It's
that.
Mr. Lips.
Inside Ner.
He has them blue lips.
That's his real name.
His name is Mr. Lips.
Inside Ner.
You call him. Mr.
I'll call him
Lips.
what he said his name was. Inside Ner.
Call him Mr. Noor.
No, I'm not calling him Mr. Ner. Mr. didn't even exist in that time. But yeah, he's there. A couple of the X-Men meet him, and a couple of X-Men meet Mother Ascani. And if you know who she is, that's Rachel.
That's Chill.
Yeah, Rachel Summers.
Chili. One of my favorite X-Men.
She is really good. She's really dope. Go look her up.
Yeah.
She's also Cable's sister, kinda.
Half sister. Technically half sister.
I don't know if it's technically half sister, but they have the same genes from the same person. Cause Sinister. I mean, they also have another brother somewhere out there in the timeline. So
that's true.
Yeah. And then that's the end of X-Men.
Man, that Summers bloodline is just crazy.
The Summers bloodline is absolutely wild.
And just a daily reminder, Hope Summers is not related to any of them.
Hope Summers is not related. There's a third Summers brother, and Corsair is out in space somewhere.
Yeah. And then you got the alternate dimension brother, and then
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
No, Havoc's in dimension, and so is what's his name?
Havoc's the uncle.
Yeah, Havoc's the uncle.
Yes, to everybody.
Yeah, we're talking about Scott and Jean's kids, and then the rest of the family.
I don't know. Hope might be adopted. I don't fucking know.
Hope is technically adopted at this point.
She
Technically would be like Scott's grandkid.
Technically. No. Yes, you're right, because Nathan technically adopted Hope and raised her.
Yes.
So you're correct. You're correcting.
Yeah. So that's the Hope Summers the Summers family line.
Kinda.
Yeah, kind
of. Somewhere in there, Sinister's in there. He's like.
Oh yeah, and Madeline's there somewhere too.
Yeah, Madeline's.
Yeah, we kind of count her as like Jean 2.0, but not good. Not like 2.0 is better. More like discount.
You're another one.
Wish version.
Yeah, you're the one who hangs out the demons.
Yeah.
Along with magic.
Although it's not that bad. But anyway.
No, I'm sorry. Real quick before we end.
Yeah.
The magic reference where we have her
Superman
Bendis run.
Yeah.
And not the one that would be around that time.
Yep. That was awesome.
Oh, so we now know which one's the better costume.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, there were so many different references. There's so many that we can't really just get into.
Yeah,
Cable's outfit from Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was in there. Mm-hmm. That's the suit that he expected to be leather.
Yeah, just like in the movies.
Yep. Yeah, it's such a great show. Go watch it.
Go watch it, please.
And if you hadn't watched the original series, watch the original series and then watch this one. You can binge it all.
Yeah.
Just binge it.
Just binge it. Just watch it. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, nothing wrong with it. Season 2 might come out next year. I don't know, maybe the year after. But that's plenty of time to watch the original series.
Absolutely. Season 5 of the original series, take that with a grain of salt.
Also, too, Year of X-Men got Wolverine and Deadpool coming out.
Yes.
So.
Cannot wait to see that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but thanks for hearing us ramble on about X-Men 97.
Indeed. Definitely please like, share, and subscribe. Hit us up, check us out at the Night Shift Bandits on everything, all podcasts and platforms and social media. Donate to us and hit up Perspectives discussions for all your love life relationship needs. All links in the description below. And we'll be back with some manhwas and some solo levelings and some
other stuff. Yeah, so
me stop being lazy, a lazy ass prince, and practicing sword plays and stuff like that.
Yeah, so catch us back here in about another hour.
Yep.
And with that, we're going on a break.
Yep.
I do.
You already